Well, hello there. Oh, bloody hell. I'm popping, worse than Mary Poppins. Let's turn my voice down a little bit. There we go. Hello, everyone. That's better. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Yes, thank you, Mr. Failrace. Great to see. From me and Mr. TB the Bear, everyone's favourite bear. Yummy, so yummy is TB. Of course, Lewis Hamilton's #1 fan. Yes. What happened to Lulu in that last race? What happened to him? They didn't even show it on the telly, did they? No, didn't even show it on the telly. Yeah, he was going all over the place because his brakes had failed. Yeah, poor Lulu. He's going everywhere except on the track. Yeah, he was going everywhere. Poor Lulu. Poor Lulu. Anyway, hello, and welcome to another live Hookster Talks on this Thursday evening, which will probably be Friday by the time I finish. Anyway, hello everyone. Who we got? Plynal Pessie's in the house. We've got Shane in the house. We've got the Panic Lesbians as well. We've got Mr. Rugara. Hello to you all. Right, let's get through this list before I get to a situation where I can't keep up with the messages. Yes, which is every bloody week. Here we go. Plynal. He says, this is why Lando Norris is never winning a world championship. Yes, indeed. Get Jack Nicholls on this. No. We don't want Jack Nicholls on the all seasons. No. Get Jermaine Jane. No. Aravu was playing F1 2011 on the 3DS. Was he? What? Today? Has he released it today, has he? Or was that a little while ago? Do you think Formula 1 will ever race in Turkey again? They did in 2020 and 2021 to replace the ones that got cancelled because of the coronavirus, but do you think they will race there again? Turkey's a little bit dodgy, Shane, politically right now. Let's just be kind and put it that way. They've got certain allegiances to a certain other country, so it's a little bit of a dodgy political climate, which unfortunately does affect whether you go to Formula 1 races or not, because that's why we're not going to a certain other country's races, and probably I don't think we ever will. Well, maybe we might one day, because you can never say never, but I'm looking at 20 years into the future before that ever happens. So it's a little bit dodgy to be in Turkey, but I'm sure one day in the future we probably will. Yes. Oscar is a bottle. Excuse me. Oscar is a bottle job. Yes. I agree. Lando's a bottle job. Had the week from hell this week, says the Paddock Lesbians. Oh dear. In 2004, I bet it was nice to have Spa back after it wasn't on the calendar in 2003. Yes, it was, because I love Spa. Spa should never disappear from the Formula 1 calendar. It's one of the great classic circuits, and it should be there forever. Never ever get rid of Spa. Are you listening to me, Liberty Media? Never get rid of... They don't listen to me, so they'll probably get rid of it next year now. But yes, don't get rid of Spa, because it's a great circuit. Lance Stroll is the best driver ever in F1, says the Paddock Lesbians. The best... I agree. The best thing about Lance Stroll is you can put your money on him, because he's going to be around until he's 50 years. He's going to be in the sport longer than Fernando Alonso. And that, without any breaks either, he's just going to be consistently there all the time. Because Daddy is never going to let his boy go. No, he'll be driving around when he's 50. Right at the back, he'll be like the next Ricardo Rosset, but he'll still be there. He'll be driving in the Aston Martin, right at the back. And every time he finishes the race, Daddy will be going, oh, you did so well, son. You did so well. This week, you were only 27 seconds off the qualifying time. Well done, son. Well done. He'll be going, oh, thanks, Daddy. Thanks, Daddy. Now, where's my 50 quid, Daddy? It's in the post. Yes, PayPal. Speaking of 2011, Jensen was the first driver to press the DRS button. Was he really? Wowzers. Jensen Button, the first driver to press the DRS button. Oh my goodness. Of course, those systems were experimented, weren't they, in 2009. And unfortunately, they proved to be unreliable, so they got rid of them for 2010, which was a little bit of a pain in the backside because the cars had already been developed to have those systems. So they had to radically do a few redesigns, including, as anyone remembers, the engine cover was swept all the way back, so it actually made a connection with the rear wing. This was because of the lack of DRS or I can't even remember what it was called back then. No, it wasn't ERS, was it? I can't remember. Anyway, but whatever it was back then, they had to do that because they were supposed to be in place, but they had to delay it for a year because they couldn't get the system to work. It wasn't as reliable as it should have been. Bittersweet Symphony, that's life. Probably Paddock 69 right now, lol. Yes. It's just bitter. I think so. Out of the racing game franchises we mentioned last week, we also had Burnout. Yes, we did. You know, I've never played Burnout. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But I've never played Burnout. Right, Lulu's had his week of sympathy, back to calling him a Teletubby. Yes, absolutely. I said I'd give him a week off. I did give him a week off. I didn't even comment on the fact that he was driving around missing all the corners in the last couple of laps of the last Grand Prix, even though the actual TV coverage didn't even show it because they were too interested in the driver's girlfriends, which Carlos Sainz has actually called out, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I was just going to ask, where's TB the Bear tonight? But here he was. He's gone back to sleep now. He can't stay awake for more than 5 minutes because he's very, very old. Yes, he's about 83, that bear now. Yes. On Top of the Pops tomorrow night is a night where 5 become... Oh, no. Not 5 become 4. Oh, no. I can't even remember who it was that left. Who left? It was Jerry, wasn't it? Jerry left. Yes. Damn. I've been getting to Eurovision lately, says the Paddock Lesbians. Yes. Yes. You should go through the history of all the English entrants. It's a grand history, it is. Not really. He has done it today. Oh, he's done it today, is he? However, I might go and check that out in a minute then. Get Bill Cosby on this all seasons rubbish. No. Hello, Champ92. Welcome to the stream. He says, oh Lord, it's the Hookster again. What's going on now? Usual load of rubbish. Get Tim Westwood on this all season. No. I can't actually remember what Tim Westwood has done, but it's obviously not good because you put an oops in the title. Yes, he's obviously been up to no good, but I can't remember offhand what he's done. Probably the same as everyone else, to be fair. Turkey will probably host F1 again before long. Yeah, as I said, I think they will. At the moment, it's politically not the right climate, but I'm sure in the future they will. It won't be as long for Turkey, let's put it this way, as it will be for Russia. Oh, I said the word. No. YouTube. No. Look, it was a mistake. It was accident. Don't have a go at me. Oh, YouTube, I tell you, they're like the police they are lately, I'll tell you. Every time I upload a video, there's a big message saying, don't mention the R word. Right, I did it by accident. That McLaren partnership works. Oh, yes, it does. Even if Turkey is firmly bang average as a circuit. Yeah, I agree. It is a little bit bang average. No papaya rules anymore. We call it avocado rules instead. Then F1's become a laughing stock. Yes, it has. Yes, avocado rules. That's what we want. Spa disappeared again from the calendar in 2006. Yes, it did, Shane. And I was very annoyed about that. Lando Norris will eventually be a Formula 1 great, says Mr. Regara. There you go. Well, it could happen. Had 95% of my friends either being knobbed or just plain stopped talking to me. This is a problem. This is a problem in life, I must admit. Hello, Mr. Polish Eddie. Welcome to the stream. He says, how are you all doing this fine evening? I'm doing okay, mate. I'm doing okay. Yes, I've got quite a few things going on in the background right now, but I'm hanging in there. I've got my entertainment hat on, or should I say my entertainment head. What do you mean it looks like all your other heads? No, this is a different head. This is my entertainment head, and it's on right now. Yes. Kers, you met. That's the one. Kers. Listen, I'm getting very old now, and I forget things a lot. Yeah, Kers, that's the one. Right. Now I can do my boring little monologue bit. Yes, Kers, of course, which came out in 2009. But unfortunately, the system was not 100% reliable. In fact, it was only about 75% reliable. If anyone remembers, of course, the 2009 season, there was quite a few Kers problems along the way. So they couldn't get the system quite perfect, but they were supposed to be included in 2010. The cars were all set up to include Kers, but unfortunately, they postponed it for a year. And so I say that because the rear wings were supposed to be, opening and closing, but because they couldn't do that, they had to, as I say, bring the airbox all the way back to the rear wing. If anyone remembers those designs in 2010, you'll know what I'm talking about. The airbox was actually attached to the front of the rear wing, because just to generate a little bit more downforce, because they'd lost some because of the fact that the rear wing wasn't opening anymore. Yeah, 2010 cars looked a little bit funny compared to other seasons just because of that. Fine after a hard day of work, says Champ92. Planal Plessy says the TV coverage was up. I agree. Because I made my video on the Monday. I do it exactly about 10 hours after I've seen the race, because I watch it on highlights and I wait until it's a lot later before it comes on, because I can get rid of the adverts, because I hate adverts. And so I did my video, and literally while I was uploading the video, I was just sort of scanning around the F1 circle, and everyone was saying, "Oh, blimey, did you see that bit with Lulu where his brakes failed?" And I'm like, "What? I don't remember seeing that bit." And apparently, Carlos Sainz overtake 4 people in the race. None of that was shown on the coverage. Very, very weird. Very, very weird indeed. A lot of people have said the coverage was abysmal, and I agree. Now, unfortunately, some of that is attributed to the local broadcaster, so the Singapore broadcaster, which I do believe there's been some complaints about the Singapore broadcaster before, if I remember. But yeah, it's just the local feeds. There's nothing they can do about it. It's all controlled by the FIA, but the feeds are all like the individual broadcaster. And I do believe, if I remember rightly, that Singapore's been criticised for that in the past. I may be wrong, but I think they have been. And yeah, so it was a piss poor race in terms of actual seeing things happening on track. And Carlos Sainz has called out the FIA, saying that they spent too long going back into the pit garages looking at all the girlfriends. I mean, personally, I don't mind looking at all the girlfriends, because, I'm an old man and, I'm desperate. So I don't mind looking at them. But the fact is, if it's actually, not showing you what's going on the track, it's pretty pointless. The actual race, as I've said this before, is the main part of the whole process. You can forget about all the qualifying, you can forget about the stupid sprint races. The actual race is the most important thing. So if you're going to start doing that during the race, you're kind of missing the whole point. FIA, kind of missing the whole point. And now my stream's gone so far up, I've missed it. There we go. Roscoe donated Hamilton 1.5 points on my scores this week. Sad fact of life, though, is my friend's situation. Yes, it is. Abysmal. Jerry left. Yeah, I thought it was Jerry. Yeah. You've never played Burnout, says Shane. The Burnout games are so... I know they are, but I've never played them. I know. I should get a slap on the wrist for that, because it is a racing game. But yeah, unfortunately, due to my Formula 1 obsession, some of the other games I don't actually get a chance to play. And by the time I do get a chance to, they've gone out of like popular culture. So yeah, unfortunately, I do miss a lot of games. But that's because of my Formula 1 obsession. Polish Eddie says, how does somebody in their right mind feed a vegan diet to a British bulldog? That's the first thing you should know, is that they do not get the vitamins and nutrients, and it could be deadly for them. Yeah, I did find that a little bit strange, I must admit, because I've had dogs in the past. I haven't got one now because he went a few years ago. But I've had dogs in the past, and I was always taught that no matter what else happens, they must have meat. They must have meat. Now, I used to feed them, veggie stuff, and it's quite fine for you to do that, to give them a healthy, balanced diet. But within all of that, they must have protein. Dogs must have protein more than I think any other species on the planet. So yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. To make Ross go vegan. It was a little bit funny. That I say, with us, it doesn't make any difference. We can go vegan and we can survive. Although I was saying that, my sister went vegan a few years ago and she had terrible problems. Yes, terrible problems. So it doesn't suit everybody. I have to admit, it doesn't suit everybody. I personally couldn't go vegan because I do like me a nice sausage. Yes, nice big juicy sausage. I do like that. So I personally couldn't. Yeah, big and juicy. That's how I like my sausages. So I personally couldn't go vegan. So yeah, it's I mean, I think I've spoken about this on the stream before. I have gone partly that way towards vegan because I no longer eat beef. I haven't eaten beef for about 15 years now, and I have no intentions of breaking that code. So I haven't eaten beef, but I eat all the other meats. My favourite meat is chicken, and then it's pork. So chicken and pork, I still eat those, but I haven't eaten beef. So I haven't had a McDonald's in about 15 years. There you go, 15 years. I've had a McDonald's, but it's not a beef McDonald's. It was something else, like a chicken or something. I can't remember, but yeah. I just had a few bad experiences with beef. The beef was a little bit whiffy, and I had a bit of an upset stomach for a few days. And I thought, I don't think, and to be honest, beef. It was never my favourite meat anyway, it was I could take it or leave it. So I thought, well, why don't I just leave it? So that's what I do. So yeah, I don't eat beef at all, but I do eat all the others. Yes, I've got to have some meat inside me, definitely. I can't go with it throughout the day without a bit of meat inside me. Yes. Let's move on. Then Jerry had a solo career and did very well, of course, having a few number ones. Yes, she did. I remember that. And then some of the others had solo careers, didn't they? I remember Baby Spice, Emma Bunton. Free me. And then, of course, you had Victoria Beckham, who I think had one song, didn't she? I can't remember. I can only remember one, and that was in collaboration with that bloke at the time who was in everything, but I can't remember his name. Dane Bowers, wasn't it? Was it Dane Bowers? Oh my God, he had more supermodels than I've had hot dinners. Did Dane Bowers back in the day, and he was really nothing to look at either. It just shows you what a bit of money can do, doesn't it? But yeah, he was nothing to look at. But Dane Bowers, oh my God, yeah. Any supermodel, and that was it. He was in there like a ferret up a drain pipe. 2003 was a great Eurovision entry for us. Yes, it was. I remember that one well. Yes. I can't remember the Eurovisions I did like the Wigfield one, was it? Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. Yes, I like that one. But that was about all. Well, they all had solo number ones except Victoria, yes. Because Lulu has no idea of dogs and pets, that's why, says Champ92. I'm not sure if you've heard of this racing game franchises, but we've had the London Racing Game. I have heard of that, yes. Never played it, but I've heard of it, yes. At McLaren and Mercedes, Lulu was prime, while at Ferrari, he's a joke. I don't even recognise him anymore. this is all true. This is all true. I said at the start, I didn't think Lewis was going to do well at Ferrari. The team, I think, is the complete wrong fit for Lewis anyway, to be honest. Especially if you listen to the radio messages. The team is not a good fit, and Lewis, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I know people who are watching this and they'll be bashing me, but you know, Lewis is at the end of his career, and I don't understand why people get so upset about this and start going all crazy, because it happens to everybody. Yes, everybody. Especially if you're a top line athlete, you will reach the end of your career and you'll have to hang up your helmet and you'll have to call it a day. I mean, this is the thing. It's not the end of his life, it's the end of his career. But it doesn't also mean it's the end of his career, because after that, Lewis Hamilton could go and do other things in motorsport. Yes, I'd love to see Lewis Hamilton in the British Touring Car Championship. Yes, I'd love to see him do some British touring cars. I think that would be great. I'd also like to see him do some American racing, like in the Indy cars. Love it to do that. Yes. So his career is definitely not over. It's just in terms of F1, and he's been in it a very, very long time. I think he is coming to the end. I know you're all going to say Fernando Alonso, but I've said this before. Fernando Alonso is an exception to the rule, and don't forget he did take a break and come back. But even Fernando now is starting to get into the era of being tired again. If you notice, I don't think it'll be too long before Fernando Alonso decides for the second and final time to hang up his hat and say, "Okay, I've done enough." I mean, he's 44 now, for God's sake. He can't go on forever. I think a couple more years and he will finally call it a day, and so he'll be gone. Since when has political climate bothered Liberty so long as they can cover it up with cash? This is true. And this is what I mean, Dave, is overruled by YouTube. Yes. Ferrari be like, watch out, I'm going to ruin this man's entire career. Yeah, as they've done in the past with pretty much everyone. I mean, look at Sebastian Vettel. I mean, they basically ran him into the ground. Did they, with Sebastian Vettel? And just go back through the history of Formula One and great drivers, and you will see, oh my God, every Ferrari's a little bit like the EA of Formula One. You know, that's what EA do. They buy developers and just absolutely grind them into the ground until there's nothing left, and then they just get rid of them. And that's exactly what Ferrari do. And if you notice, Ferrari always seem to get drivers that are almost past their prime. Have you noticed that? Apart from Charles Leclerc, but they always seem to get a driver who's just about finished into their team, which is a little bit bizarre. When was the last time Ferrari had a young hotshot in their team? I mean, Charles Leclerc, you could say he was a young hotshot when he came in, but he's been in Formula One quite a few years now. But when was the last time Ferrari had like a young hotshot in their team? I mean, they have still got the Ferrari young driver program, haven't they? Because if they have, it's certainly not working. It's not working because they're just pick and mix in drivers from other teams now. They certainly haven't got anyone in there that's could be a sort of young charger, have they? Really, it's a very, very weird situation at Ferrari. But there you go. Ferrari have always been a weird team in Formula One anyway, as far as I'm concerned. Very, very weird. I think Spa disappeared again for the calendar in 2006 because they were upgrading the track. Yeah, I think they were. If Ferrari sign over Horner, they are cooked. Yes, they are. There's been a lot of rumours about Horner. He's been talking to Williams apparently as well. I just feel that Horner's reputation is such that no one's really going to that no one is going to actually sign him up. To be fair, Eddie, 12 years is a reasonable length of time for a dog. I think it was a bad reaction to the stuff he was given to perform medical checks that did it. Yeah, possibly. I would not at all be surprised of how dumb they are. Show everyone my F1 game tier list. Yeah, I will do. I'll get to it. Bloody hell. Lulu should have been penalised way more often for way more dangerous stuff. He's losing his head because of how bad things are for him at Ferrari at the moment. Yeah, I agree. We might get a video on YouTube called What Happened to F1 in Turkey, since they hadn't raced there between 2012 and 2019 and they hadn't raced there since 2021. I agree. It's bound to happen. Hello, Scott Barnes. Welcome to the stream. He says, hi, Dave. Hope you're doing well. Two things from Scott. Okay. Oh, Dave, you're really desperate. Yes, I am. That's what they call me. Desperate Dave. Not Desperate Dan. Desperate Dave. The feed is the form for all races. The only one thing that's local is Monaco, but that ended a few years ago because they did an appalling job. Oh, they've changed it now, is it? So we can now blame the FIA for Singapore. That's good. I like that. So there you go. FIA, that was entirely your fault. Good. I'm sorry I like you, but come on, man. I don't know. What have I done, Champ 92? Because I'm confused. Let me know in the chat what I've done. Let me know in the chat what I've done. I'm not sure. I think the local broadcasters should be doing the races. I think they should as well, to be honest. Yeah. Who in their right mind would want to watch F1 for women's? This isn't OnlyFans. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, is it because I said I like the women? Yeah, I get you. Well, that's just me, Champ 92. Yes. It's called Desperate. And you're right, Desperate. Yeah, that's it. That's me. Desperate Dave. I've got it now. Don't worry. We got videos on YouTube asking what happened to F1 in Malaysia, what happened to F1 in Germany, what happened to F1 in India, and what happened to F1 in Vietnam. Yes, the last one being it didn't even race in Vietnam. That's what happened to it. Yes, and the person who put the money together actually didn't get the money from the sources that he should have got the money from. Let's just say dodgy, and I do believe he ended up in jail. Yes, so that's good, and the track has now been completely dismantled apart from two tiny little bits left on it, a little bit of grandstand and a little bit of barrier, and that's about it left of the track. So yeah, it's a shame that they never got to race on it. I would have liked to have seen one race, because if it's anything like the version on F1 2020, it's an absolute shit show. It really is. Horrible track, and yeah, it's just a shame they didn't race on it at least once. It was a lack of attendance that ended F1 at Turkey, says about lesbians. Champ 92 says they banned grid girls, which is a major red flag in its own, but hey, let's go and stalk the driver's girlfriends and zoom in with the camera. Borderline creepy. I agree. It does look borderline creepy, and it's embarrassing for the girlfriends as well, because their name gets put on screen. Have you noticed that? Straight away they put their name at the bottom of the screen, so now everyone knows what their name is, and everyone who's got creepy tendencies will be straight onto Google, typing it into Instagram or whatever social media platform they're in, and obviously a lot of them are models themselves, so attention is business, but you don't want sometimes that kind of attention, so yeah, they always flash their name on screen. That's the first thing they're doing, and then yeah, I agree with you. They then zoom in like really, really close, and it's embarrassing for them, because you suddenly get this look from them that they're looking at the TV monitor and they're watching themselves on the TV monitor, and they're like trying to look in other directions because they're like, what do I do? So it's embarrassing for them as well. and it's just a little bit pointless. And if you're going to cut away to that and not show bits of the races, you're kind of missing the point. Now, something like practice, although practice isn't really shown on television, I don't get to see it anyway, but you could do that in practice. You could even do it in qualifying, because there are quite a few gaps during the 18, the 3 qualifying sessions where you could easily cut away to the garages and show the girlfriends. But saying that, maybe they're not around as much on the Saturday during the qualifying. It's usually during the race. But even so, if they were around, you could do that during the qualifying sessions. If you wanted to cut back and show the girlfriends, no problem whatsoever. But it's a little bit silly, I think, doing it during a race when the whole emphasis is supposed to be on the race and not going back to the garages and seeing which girlfriend Carlos Sainz has got this week. Because he probably changes them every week. Because, why not? He's Carlos Sainz, for God's sake. He's Carlos Sainz. But yeah, so I was very disappointed in the coverage. Or should I say, I watched the highlights coverage and then I noticed that several things they hadn't included, which is a little bit disappointing. And the place with Sky free to air should broadcast the race. Yes, I agree. Get Ben Edwards on. No, Scott. No. That's very, very bad. Get in your basket now. Yes, no biscuits for you. No, wait a minute. You said you're trying to confuse me now, aren't you? Ben Edwards is all right. Yeah, you got me there, didn't you? You cheeky little scamp. You cheeky little scamp. I got so many of these messages about, get this on. I thought, yeah. 20 Ben Edwards fans out there. I apologise profusely, but that little git got me there. Did that, Mr. Scott Barnes? Yes. He got me there. Ben Edwards is fine, everyone. There's nothing wrong with Ben Edwards. Moving on quickly. George and Russell, watch out for that win. Yes. Thank you, Dave. No problem, Scott. I still believe Russell is performing better than the driver he actually is. Also, we got a video on YouTube called What Happened to F1 in Valencia since they hadn't raced there since 2012. Nice. Dave loves many sausages. I do like a spicy sausage. I must admit. I love a spicy sausage. Yeah. When you get that like burning at the back of your throat. That's the kind of sausage I like the best. Get All Saints on the All Seasons map. Yes, we need All Saints on there. I was going to have someone else this week, but I changed it to someone else due to something that happened last week. Okay, there you go. It was supposed to be Tommy Bellingham, but I've changed it. It's not Tommy Bellingham. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's not Tommy Bellingham. I'll probably get him on next week. We might also get a video on YouTube called What Happened to F1 in France since they haven't raced this since 2022. What games could we play? What games, Hook? Hello, Matthew7657. What games could we play with the supermodels? Yes, any of the OGs who used to watch my All Seasons back in the day, that was one of my little things I did during every episode. Yes, with the supermodels. But unfortunately, they got rid of the grid girls, so I had to stop it and go all puritanical. Yes, I did. Mel C did one with Brian Adams. Did she? Bloody hell, I don't even remember that. That's all. That's the only Brian Adams song I remember. Yes. Oh my God. How many weeks was that at number one? I can't. It was the Robin Hood theme tune for anyone who can't remember. It was there for, I think it was 13 weeks or something. Anyway, it was there a long time. It was Dane Bowers. Yeah, Dane Bowers. Yes. Oh my God. He had more women than I've had hot dinners. And that's saying something. Leclerc rather disappointing this season, as is the rest of the team. I agree. They're only 8 points ahead of one-man Red Bull. Yes, that was Gina. Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, you're right. Gina G, not Wigfield. Yeah, that's it. I get confused. These days. Gina G, yes. Have you ever played the Tony Hawk's games, which are the skateboarding games? I have not, Shane. No, I've never played Tony Hawk's. I'm ashamed to admit it, but nope, never played Tony Hawk's. What do supermodels do that attract you? Only the nice ones would attract me. Well, basically, Matt, they're supermodels, so they don't really need much introduction. Obviously, if they're a supermodel, then they are very, very attractive. But let's put that into perspective. When you're talking about stuff like this, I would say yes, they are very nice to look at. They are very nice to look at. But personally, are they attractive for me? No, not really. Not really. I've always said I prefer to be age specific. So I find women in their 50s attractive. That's my attraction. You know, it's nice to look at a supermodel and go, you know, that's nice. That's nice. But in real life, you know, no. I say I'm more attracted to women in their 50s because, you know, I'm just being normal. You know, you're attracted to people of your own age within like 7 or 10 years, either above you or below you. You're always in that sort of ballparky figure. So when I was in my 40s, I was attracted to people in their 40s. Now I'm in my 50s, I'm attracted to people in their 50s. It's just the way it goes. I've never been one of those subscribers to, you know, when you get to a certain age, basically like now, 50s, and I'd be like looking for a, you know, 30-year-old girlfriend or something. David Coulthard. You know, 30-year-old, no, it just doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. I know it appeals to some people, but it just doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. That was Gina G that you were singing, Dave. It was. Didn't do that well, came 10th. Hamilton will go to his fashion and music, to be honest. Yeah, possibly. Lewis Hamilton should do Le Mans. Yes, he should. We've also had the Ridge Racer series. Now I have played Ridge Racer, Shane. I've played Ridge Racer. Yes. Verstappen, Vettel and Alonso at Le Mans would look real great. Yeah, it would. Also, Montreal wasn't on the calendar in 2009. Alonso almost won with the Italians because of his eyebrows. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Eyebrows. Here we go. Lacey, Massa, Jackie X. Hello, Mr. Healy and Traver. Welcome to the stream. They came to Ferrari relatively young. True. I was more sort of saying the last 10 years. I've not seen any, apart from Charles Leclerc when he came in, but I'll say I've not seen too many. Aston Martin as well. Horner is damaged goods right now. Needs a few years away for people to forget. This is true. The trouble is, I don't think people will forget. You know, we've seen it loads of times before. Once you get that kind of reputation, and it's happened so many times. Let's look at the commentators. Let's just look at, you know, some of the comments that I get in these chats of some of these Jack Nicholls, just as an example. I mean, it's been a couple of years now since those allegations, and I've still not seen Jack Nicholls doing anything. So it's very hard to shake off that image once it happens. It doesn't really matter what you've done or what you have or how severe it is. Just anything connected with that, and you're pretty much out of it. So I don't think we're going to see Christian Horner back at all in Formula One. If he is, he will be a behind the scenes person. He won't actually be in the limelight. But let's put it like this. He got what was it, $100 million, I think it's dollars, $100 million payout. You know, he might not want to do anything again. I mean, he was, what was he, 52 or something? He might not want to do anything again. I mean, 100 million, that might be enough for him not to come back and do anything else. Or he might be of the opinion that he still wants to do something, which is fair enough. But he could do something that's entirely not F1 related. And nobody would know him, and, you know, so I think that would be fine. But as I say, he could quite possibly just take the money and run, to be honest. Because 100 million is a lot of cash, even in dollars. It's still a lot of money. Have you heard of this racing game on the PS1, David? It's called Toy Story. I've heard of that. Yes, I have, Shane. Jackie X, great driving career, especially in WEC. I wouldn't be so sure Lawrence Stroll will do anything to get his man, no matter the bad press. That's true. It's the FOM that controls the feed. FO have no control. Oh, thank you. Right. We got clarification. It's FOM. I'm sure I read Jackie X retired from racing after he was involved in the crash that killed Stefan Beloff. Yeah, quite possibly. What are you doing about the All-Seasons Day? Because a lot of people voted for every day. Did they really? The last vote I got was Saturday. I'll have a look at that in a minute. I haven't looked at the final vote. You bastards. You've been disqualified, you bastards. Show everyone our Eurovision entry from 2003. Where's my pen? I'll write that down. Because by the time I've read this stream, I'll have forgotten it. I will have forgotten what you said. But I haven't got my pen. Oh, there's my pen. Euro 2003. Right. Oh, however. Right. Nah, he still did the Paris-Dakar. Correction, he retired from endurance racing. Oh, well, I can see his point if that's the case. Exactly, Dave. You get my point now. Just cut away from the action when nothing happens. But these days we have to keep track on the driver tracker more often than even ever with the gaps. This is true. This is very true. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all this. I've seen people showing their living rooms where they've got like a big screen TV showing the race, and then they've got another TV up on the wall with the live tracking information. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. I'm not a fan. I prefer to watch the race as it is, not looking at drive. I mean, that's going back to the old days of when digital TV first came out, when Bernie the Bolt, of course, had his digital TV service where you could have all different camera angles and watch. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I prefer. I'm a traditionalist, and I prefer to just watch the race as is, without live track. I don't want live tracking. I don't care for live tracking. So yeah, just the race, please, how it is. Thank you very much. Because don't forget, the more information you put on screen for people, the more they will sit there in boring ass videos for an hour and a half, and probably with about 7 or 8 parts to them, where they will examine every tiny piece of data in boring detail. So yeah, the more information you give people, the more they're gonna critique it. So it's a lot better just the race, please. Just the race feed. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. Thank you very much. And the English and Welsh are kicking balls around a car park somewhere. Yes. Since Imola isn't going to be on the calendar next year, we might get a video on YouTube called What Happened to F1 in Imola, since the last one was their last race and they've only raced 5 times since 2020. For this, you had the boring free practices, but they do this during a race live coverage. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely crazy. Obviously, they do it because they know that's when the most people are watching. But I still say qualifying is probably watched about the same. Surely qualifying's watched about the same as the race, to be honest. Because most people, like me, 5 minutes into the race and we're starting to nod off. I certainly was in Singapore. I was... And don't forget, I write notes down for the race. Look, here's the ones from Sunday. I write those down while the race is going. So I've still got to sit there and write notes down, but sometimes I'm literally doing this. That's how the races go. But yeah, crazy, crazy. England in Welsh is called bloody hell because I can't say that word. No, I can't. Get Puff Daddy on this. Now we're back to normality. Yes, get Puff Daddy on the all seasons rubbish. He's a fine, upstanding gentleman, isn't he? Yes, he should be on this all seasons rubbish. Yes. Also, before 2020, they had Race at Imola since 2006. This is correct. Oh, here we go. All the classics are coming out now. Get Philip Schofield on this all seasons. Yes, get Philip Schofield. Yes. Another fine, upstanding gentleman. Yes. Like most of the British TV personalities. Fine, upstanding men. Champ 90 says, Tommy the Boring Bellingham. Yes, Tommy Bellend. I know that's... No, it's not mean. It's pretty accurate. He is a little bit of a bellend, I must admit. He really is, yes. And he is... You're absolutely right. He is boring. Out of Matt and Tommy, I listen to Matt, even though Matt's a little bit insufferable at times. I rephrase that. Matt's insufferable most of the time, but out of the two, I'd rather listen to Matt than I would Tommy. And as soon as Tommy starts speaking, I usually sort of fast forward it, to be honest. Fernando Alonso. Yes. I like to troll people, not going to lie. Well, why not? Why not? Well, we could play Hide the Sausage. Yes, we could. Yes, we could. Brian Adams was at number 1 for 69 weeks. My God. Can't believe that. I know it was a long time, but it's 69 weeks. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've just got to remind everyone the torture, because when this was on, I was really into pop music. We had a TV show over here called Top of the Pops, which was very, very popular back in its day. I can only play 10 seconds of this, as I get copyrighted. But let me put my headphones on. This, ladies and gentlemen, was the tune that we had to endure for 69 weeks. 69 weeks. Let me get past the adverts. That's actually not the right one. Wow, it's not really... It looks like YouTube don't like that song being on YouTube. I'm just trying to find the actual video. The song's there, but the video isn't. Very weird. Oh, there's actually a video about it. It seemingly disappeared. The original music video has disappeared apparently. What the... What's going on? Have I just fallen down the rabbit hole here? Well, this is very weird. Apparently it's disappeared. Wowzers. No, it is not on YouTube, so I'll have to just do the music version. Wow, okay. No, that's still not the right version. Give me a minute, I'll find it in a minute. Where the hell? I've fallen down a rabbit hole here, everyone. I've fallen down a rabbit hole. That's weird. So why has it disappeared then? What the hell is going on here? He had a Y in his name, didn't he? I can't remember how he spelled it now. Here we go. Sure, there's live versions of it, but no music video. This is very weird. I've fallen into the matrix here, I'm telling you. Right, I found one at last. Jesus, that took far too long. Here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, I can only play 10 seconds of it. Maybe even less than that. This is the song that we had to suffer for 69 weeks back in the day. Was it 1993 when Robin Hood came out? I can't remember. Might have been 93. This is the song that we had to suffer for 69 weeks. Top of the Pops. Would be if I turn the desktop audio up. Here we go. Let's do that again. This is the song we had to suffer for 69 weeks.
Look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul.
There you go. Bryan Adams. I can't believe that. I just cannot believe that. 69 weeks. Scott says, I would keep messaging these words until he's on the all seasons. That's every live stream, Hooksters Talk streams, and I don't. Please remind me. Thank you, everyone. Love it. Tom Bellingham liked a tweet I posted 6 years ago, which was May Walker's oh commentary from F1 95. Oh, nice. Nice recognition. That's what I like to see. It was 16 weeks at number one. Oh, was it? I was going to say, I thought 69. Is he winding me up? I thought 69 weeks was a little bit too long. That's over a year, isn't it? Come on. It can't have been there for a year. He's winding me up because of the Paddock lesbian 69, isn't he? I thought so. You little tinker. You little tinker. But I still watch Matt and Tommy P1 podcasts for their driver ratings and such. It can be entertaining. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Get Kanye West on this. Yes, let's get Kanye West on. Yes. Matt and Tommy were at WTF1 before, but this channel is literally dead. Sunk under the water. Oh, yes, it is gone. They've got some intern running it now or whatever, and he's so aggressive in the comment section. So arseholey, it's unbelievable. You're not going to get any fans that way. WTF1 is still uploading videos somehow. Yeah, somehow, he's right. They do, but pointless content. Bit like me. Have you ever played board games, Dave? Yes, I've played Scrabble and Ludo. Yes, and there was a very old game back in the 80s which was called I can't remember what it's called, but it was basically it was a war adventure game. Yes, where you had to storm a castle and rescue some allied soldiers or something. I can't remember, but yes, I played that one as well. That was a long time ago. If you can ever call that content, that's all garbage. So just like Dave's video said, ba ba boom. Yes. If you say so, why do you watch them? Yes, exactly. That's right. Why do I watch them? I've no idea, really. I definitely just went down a rabbit hole with that Bryan Adams. Unbelievable. Well, David Coulthard can get away with it. This is true, Helium Trophy. He can get away with it. Yes, he can get away with a 31-year-old Swedish masseuse. Swedish masseuse, don't forget that. That's very important to add that to the end. 31-year-old Swedish masseuse. Yes. Yes. Bastard. Bastard. Some people in life, you just have to go bastard, and that's what I'm saying to David Twat Coulthard. Because I have no life, champ, says Pellet Lesbians. Don't think Lewis really wants to do endurance racing. No, probably not. Nowadays, people watch to watch, but they don't even know why. That's true. Finally, you're honest. You've played Ridge Racer. Wow, I've played Ridge Racer 5 on the PS2. Nice. Christian Horndog File. Oscar Mayer Wiener. For fuck's sake. 99 million of that payout went to the settlement of the accuser. Yes, it did. I've also played R Racing Evolution on the PS2, which is a spin-off of the Ridge Racer series. Yes. I mean, how much of a plum do you have to be to chat with a woman and don't expect any trouble in return? How much of a plum do you have to be? I agree. A huge plum. I mean, all you need to do is try to get into a woman's pants. Yes. The cars in Toy Story Racer are Formula 1 like. Are they really? Wow. Great work. Great work, Toy Story Racer. Exactly. Be civil, for fuck's sake. I agree. Good advice. Woody George Russell career mode. Yes, I like that. I like that. Woody George Russell career mode. Yes. That's way too much like an anorak enjoyment. Bernie Vision, what a massive success that wasn't. I agree. I agree. I still love that day when Martin Brundle was interviewing Bernie on the bit that he the grid walk. That's the thing I was talking about, because I haven't seen the grid walk for bloody years because I'm on Channel 4. The grid walk, and he was interviewing Bernie, and it just started the digital channel. And Bernie was all, enthusiastic and, oh yeah, we got this going on and that going on. You'll be able to do all the camera angles, and he was really getting into it. And Martin Brundle just turned around and says, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Something digital service, but whatever it was, he says, oh, is that the service where if you invite a few of your mates round, you treble the audience? And Bernie just looked at him with a stern face and went, now. Classic. Absolute classic. F1 Digital, that lasted long. It did. It lasted less than a year. And they ended up with 11,000 subscribers. At their peak, they reached 11,000 subscribers for F1 Digital. Yes, 11,000. And then it all disappeared. Yes. In actual fact, it was stolen by ITV in a roundabout way, because Bernie spent millions on putting all the electrics on every single circuit to have all the digital stuff working. Millions Bernie spent on that. And of course, what were they going to do? Rip it all up and, not use it? No, of course not. So the next year, because this was, I think, 2002, 2000. I think it was 2002. So the next year, ITV just used it for free in all their coverage, which was great for us because it really improved the show. Because they started showing, because I think in 2002 the coverage was criticised as being very bland because they weren't showing any in-car views because they weren't allowed to. They weren't, because it was all, you know, the rights of F1 Digital, so they weren't allowed to show any of the in-car views. So it was, you know, very mare in the coverage. But then of course that folded, and so they really just went, oh fuck it, let them use the service for free, and so they did. And so in 2003 we got some really great camera angles, I have to say. So it was great news for us. Great news for us. A triumph for us. People power. Yes. And because F1 Digital here were owned by Sky, they showed repeats of the race on the Sky Sports channel as well. Yes. Last as long as Dave in a one-night stand. Yes. Yes. About 7 seconds. About 7 seconds. It's a perfectly good track, is Imola, says Mr. Heenan. It is. I like Imola. I hope to go to WEC race next year. My other half be up for it. Nice. Same, Helium. The price for Imola and Spa races are insane. Get Chris Brown on this all season's rubbish. Yeah, he's a good upstanding gentleman, isn't he? Since you wasn't there, Dave, the early video games was in 1947, 1950s and 1964. Absolutely. Matt is apparently a horrible human being in real life. Oh, I think Matt's lovely. What are you oh, you're not talking about Matty G? No, Matty T in this chat. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about ex-Matty G. Yes, I have heard that he's quite terrific in real life. Yes, he's got away with a few mini scandals as well, hasn't he, really? I mean, he got rid of his YouTube channel because in a lot of the videos he mentioned a certain minority group called gypsies, which he referred to as Jippos, and that didn't look too well in the current climate. So he actually got rid of his channel because he had so many references to Jippos that he thought, well, I'm not going to go for all those videos. I'll just delete the channel or privatise it, whatever he's done. So that's the reason why the ex-Matty G channel is no longer on YouTube. Yes. But there apparently was a few, I'm going to say allegedly for the YouTube lawyers, there was a few text scandals involving him sending, I don't know, kind of inappropriate messages, but he got away with that somehow. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Yes, if you can get away with it, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, I have heard that in real life he's not a very nice person. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, because I'm just a normal person on the outside looking in. But I have heard that he's not a very nice person. Because he'll probably talk about fuel rate ratio. Yes. The song is copyrighted. Oh my goodness. Copyrighted so they couldn't put it on YouTube? Oh fuck, not this shit. I agree with you. I agree with you. Also, what Disney movies and DreamWorks movies do you like, Dave? Well, my favourite Disney / DreamWorks, whatever you want to call it, is of course Toy Story. Yes, I love the Toy Story films. All of them so far. I've actually only seen Toy Story 4 very, very recently because I heard rumours that it was going to be the last one ever. And I went, right, well, I don't want to watch this until years later because, I mean, and now they're making another bloody one. So, apart from anything else, they lied to me. I'm very annoyed about that. They lied to me because it was supposed to be the last one, and I held off from watching this for years. And then they said, "Oh no, we're making other ones." I went, "Oh, I'll go and watch this one now then." I mean, they only make them every 7 years or whatever, anyway. So yeah, Toy Story. Yes, I identify with a lot of the characters in Toy Story. Yes, if you were identifying me as a character in Toy Story, I would be Woody. Yes, I would be Woody. Yes. I'm not cool enough to be Buzz Lightyear. No way, no way. But I also identify with Wheezy. Wheezy. If you remember from Toy Story 1, the one that was left on the top shelf with all the dust. Yeah. Recently, I've been identifying a lot with Wheezy. Yes. By the way, talking about that, if anyone's seen my video where I was promoting two female F1 YouTubers, one was Christian Boyland of the Final Chicane, and the other one was Race Day Cafe with that posh bird who's very, very posh, so very, very bloody posh, bloody posh, bloody posh. That one, she's now just hit 14,000 subscribers. So you see, I'm glad that my little... No, not really. It's nothing to do with me. But my little promotion of her, and now she's reached 14,000. So if you're watching Miss Posh, bloody posh, bloody posh bird, whatever your name is, I don't know. It's probably Athena or I don't know, whatever it is. If you're looking at this now, posh, bloody posh bird, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. Yes, 14,000 subs she's on now. Unbelievable. I did have to take issue with her in one of her short videos when she called Tyrrell Tyrell. Yes, Tyrell, she said. And this was too much for the Hookster. Too much for the Hookster. And I had to make a comment. It wasn't a bad comment, don't worry. I didn't go to town. I just said, I hate to be that guy, but it's pronounced Tyrrell, as in squirrel. Yeah, just say squirrel and then say it with a T. Squirrel, Tyrrell. That's it is. Yes, not Tyrell, which was that shady corporation in Blade Runner, wasn't it? The Tyrell Corporation. Not that one. That's not how you spell it. No. I only had to take issue because obviously being an English fan and Tyrrell was an English team, I was like, no. You can't go doing things like this. But yes. But apart from that, yeah, it's all good in the hood. And yeah, she's now on 14,000 subscribers. So go check her out. That's the Race Day Cafe with that bloody posh, bloody posh bird. Yes, bloody posh bird. Yes. If anyone knows what her name is, please tell me. If anyone knows what, because I've looked through all her socials, but it doesn't. There's no name. So if anyone knows what her name is, please let me know. But only if you absolutely know what it is, not if you're just guessing. I've looked through a few videos, but she's never mentioned her name. So yeah. Until we know what her name is, I'm just going to call her bloody posh, bloody posh bird. That's the one. I don't think Dave got the Brian Adams joke. What do we reckon, lads? No, I didn't. No! Nice. It's the Robin Hood song. It felt like 69 weeks. It did feel like 69 weeks. I didn't think it was that long. He was just winding me up, wasn't he? Panic lesbians. I didn't think it was 69 weeks, but it felt like it. Oh my God. Good evening, Mr. Hookster. Well, look at this, everyone. Yorkshire's most favourite person is in the house. Well, good evening, Mr. Will. How are you doing? 16 weeks for clarification's sake, yes. It was nice while it lasted. Quicker than James Dean, rest well. F1 TV director needs sacking to stop showing off all the girlfriends. Yes, they do. I quite agree with you. Sonic the Hedgehog has arrived. Hello, Mr. Dom Deng. Apparently McLaren screwed over Alex. But yeah, I did hear about that. But then McLaren have been doing a lot of stuff like that recently, haven't they? Let's face it. Unfortunately, the paid-up member of TMY has woken up. Yes, he has. The original music video is blocked from YouTube and cannot be uploaded. Well, that's very strange, isn't it? I was definitely going down the matrix there when I literally thought I was just going to type that in and there it would be, but it's not there. It is not there. There's live versions, of course, with Brian Adams, and there's that version I just showed you, which I think was called a classic version, but the actual music video is not there. That's very, very strange. F1 fan gamer hates Leclerc. Oh dear. 2025 is such a cringe title fight, lol. It is a cringe title fight. I don't think... I did read a poll the other day. 50% of the Australian population don't give two shits whether Oscar Pastry wins the championship or not. That's not very good, is it? That's your own country. 50% of Australians really don't give a shit whether he wins or not. That's pretty damning, isn't it? Really, let's face it, pretty damning. But there you go, 50%, blimey. And let's flip the coin and say, what about us English over Lando Norris? Well, to be honest, I'd probably say that 75% of the population over here really don't give a shit whether Lando wins it or not. I'm certainly not bothered. Any of you English people? No, not bothered at all. So this year, unfortunately, is going to be one of the most underwhelming championship winners, I think, in quite a few years. I don't get it. Australia should be singing from the rafters. Don't forget, 1980 is the last time we had an Australian champion. Alan Jones. 1980. That's a very long time ago, isn't it? That's got to be 40 odd years now. Yes. So I can't understand why the Australians aren't getting more excited about this. It's really, really, very, very strange. Maybe I've said before because Oscar just hasn't got much personality there, has he? Let's face it. He's I've got to say it. I'm sorry, I've got to say it. He's a little bit dull. He's a little bit dull, isn't he? Let's face it. I've been watching him in interviews and he's a little bit dull. So yeah, it's going to be a very underwhelming championship, I have to say, at the end. I just want to get this season done now and get on with 2026 because I want to see those new cars and see what happens. I'm very excited. I always get excited when we have a major regulation change because I always think to myself, oh great, it's going to be good this year, and then 3 races in and it's back to normal again. But at least you get those couple of races where you know that everything's all up in the air, and I love it. Pretty much. Has Crystal Racing. No one does awkward like me. Oh, I don't know. I could probably give you a good run for your money in the awkward stakes there. Dave's going to waste so much time finding the video for this. I am. Or I tried to. We'll love the Eurovision song you're about to put on. Also, about F1 Digital, I've mentioned it before, but as someone once said, Sky Plus boxes couldn't let people record it, so you had to watch it live. Oh dear. I've just realised South Africa and Benin have entered a 2-horse race to qualify for the World Cup. You can't bottle this now, Sappers. Nice. It doesn't matter. Everyone's heard that bloody song. They have. Good. 2-horse race, that is. Dave doesn't care about football. Do the older F1 games like Checkered Flag, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing, Super Monaco Grand Prix have any damage physics like the ones on PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4? Blimey. Now you're talking. Well, Checkered Flag. Yeah, well, it kind of. If you went off track and hit a tree, you'd lose your front wheel. So yeah, it had damage. Nigel Mansell, I think, was the. Yeah, if you went off track and hit the sides of hit a tunnel or something, yeah, your wheel would come off. So there's damage. Super Monaco Grand Prix with Ayrton Senna, that was also the same. If you went off track and hit a tree, your wheel would come off. So yeah, they did have damage physics, but no, not in the same way as the PS1, PS2, PS3. No, it literally, you just banged into a tree, you get a big loud thump, and then your wheel would fly up. One of your wheels would fly up in the air, and that would be it. That's the full extent of your damage physics. Yes. 1991. I'm doing football chat for Mr. Rugara. Nice. Yes. That song is legendary. That song has sent me to sleep already. Hello, Mr. Daniel S. Hello, Dave. What have I missed? Just my usual rubbish. That's what you've missed. Yes. I think Uligar is pronounced the same as if you were a cat coughing up a mothball. Kind of like Flalega. Yeah, Flalega. What's the name of Bryan Adams' most successful song, Dave? I don't know, Mr. Paddock Lesbians. What is the name of his most successful song? The world's greatest, like someone cannot mention for obvious reasons. Have you played in the Spyro the Dragons? Yes, I have. Unfortunately, or should I say not unfortunately, but I have got 2 nieces. And when they were young, they got Spyro 3, and because it had a skateboard. See, I have done a skateboarding game. It had a skateboarding section on it. I used to love that bit. So yes, Kieran Smith, fixed. Yes, fixed. Nah, somebody way worse than all of them combined. I wonder why Chin Man has a masseuse. Yes, I wonder why. Model, not masseuse. Oh, it's a model, is she? Oh, okay. I thought it said she was a masseuse. DRS Train podcast this week. Pretty darn good with Peter Brook and none of the rejects. How many restraining orders are you up to, Hookie? Let's have a look. There's Carmen Jorda. There's Sophia Amber Jones. There's that bird off of the WTF one who's named Hannah Atkinson. That one, yes. There's now we've added a few more. There's going to be Christian Boland off the final chicane, and of course we're going to have Race Day Cafe, the posh bloody posh bird who hasn't got a name. That's all I'm going to call her. No doubt the restraining order for that will be coming through very, very shortly indeed. Yes. So about 5 currently running. Yes. All season, Saturday and Sunday. No. I think that's how the history of gaming started. It started from board games and video games become popular and then they were invented. Yeah, I agree. That's how it did start. She got the crowd going crazy because the track here is so amazing. UK Eurovision 2. I've got it written down. All season Saturday. No. Anyone else feel sorry for the Hookster's ERS employee operator? It all goes in the first lap. Yes. 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 Nope. And my F1 track tier list are the ones I've driven on F1 games. What do you think Formula 1 will be like in 2050? Well, thankfully, I won't be around then because I think Formula 1 will be a complete disaster in 2050. I mean, what are we in now? 2025? 2025. So that's 25 years in the future, isn't it? Surely in 25 years, the cars will run off some kind of kinetic energy, which means they'll probably be a little bit like Wipeout and they'll actually glide across the tarmac instead of the tyre actually making contact with the track. That's my theory anyway. But then again, they said that back to the Future back in the 80s and we still haven't got flying cars. So who knows? But I'm sure in another 25 years, there'll be some kind of kinetic propulsion system which will make them glide across the top of the track instead of actually making contact with it. That's my theory anyway, but it'd probably be completely wrong. But there you go. I'd love to see F1 like Wipeout, to be honest. That would be great. A mess, yes. You showed us that tier last week. I know I did, Mr. Weir F1, but he doesn't believe me because he fell asleep at that point. It was right at the end I showed that tier list, but he wasn't here because he'd fallen asleep. There was a video of someone who recorded the last moments of F1 Digital which had Matt Lorenzo asking Damon Hill and someone else who was going to win the 2003 championship. I think Damon said McLaren. Nice. So no changes from now. I feel more sorry for Piastri having to follow papaya rules. I was asleep, Will. No joke. Excuses. Might have to do another super chat. But you could hear Montoya shout, fucking Raikkonen, fucking idiot. Great. We want that F1 2000 for Christmas. Yeah, I know. Imola is cool. When I looked up at the Belgian Grand Prix on Wikipedia, Spa used to be a long track when it first started way back in 1925. Oh yeah, Spa was. It used to go through the, was it the Ardennes Mountains? Was it Spa? And yeah, very long track. 1925 was when Dave was born. Boom. Yes, it was. You're right. Matt Gallagher got trolled by our future Prime Minister when he left the EU. He said that if we woke up to his smiling face, he would do something that would involve him 6 feet under. Nice. Well, what a shame it didn't come true. 1825, Will. Let's not mention that man Plynel. We're the only ones making plans for Nigel. Have you ever played card games? Yes, I've played poker, which is my favourite card game. Yes. In fact, it's probably the only card game I've ever played, well, apart from Snap when I was younger, obviously, but everyone's played Snap. Dave is a member of the Silent Generation. He will destroy what's remained of our country, Plynel. Let's put it that way. It's already been destroyed by the current PM. Anyway, moving on. Yes, I want to forget his existence as long as I can. Dave lived through the worst war in history and he's still going. Yes, spam, Plynel, spam. Get Vicky Butler Henderson on this all season's rubbish. Yes, spam. His knowledge on shit races is first class. Get Jason Plato on this all season's rubbish. Oh, he's getting his own team in next year's BTT. Yeah, I saw that. Very well done to Jason Plato. We don't care, Blynel. All hail the 43 lesbians, lesbians, lesbians. Ever the Toy Story franchise is going to go on forever. We are forever in debt to them. Anyone who pronounces Tyrrell wrong must be shit. Well, there you go. There you go, Mrs. or Miss bloody posh bloody posh bird. Your critics have spoken, and they said if you can't say Tyrrell properly, you're bloody shit. Yes, bloody shit. Mind you, she also called BAR bar. Yes, it was not bar. No, that's what a sheep does. It was not bar. It was BAR. Yes. Let me explain the video. No, hang on. I'll put the video on, then you can see what she was on about. Because if you look at it now, quote me if I'm wrong, but she also was calling out the liveries and saying that they had the 3.5s livery on the car for some of the Asian races, but I don't think that sponsor's called 3.5s either, is it? It's called 555. Am I correct or am I wrong? Let me show you the video. It was only a short. There it is. If you're watching Miss or Mrs. Posh bloody posh bloody posh bird, I do apologise if you get a copyright notice for this, but I'm not trying to get views for your video. I'm merely critiquing and showing other people what you said. Yes, so this was it's only a short.
This team got away.
Have we got audio? Oh, we have got audio. Here we go. Right, so here we go, and I'll just show you. There's my comment as well off to the right hand side, where I said, "Oh, I got 2 likes for that. Wowzers! Someone likes me." Sorry to be that guy, but it's Tyrrell, as in squirrel, not Tyrrell, as in the Shady Corporation in Blade Runner. Kind regards, English F1 fan. Smiley face. So yeah, this is what she said. But she, talking about the liveries, she said 3.5s. I'm pretty sure it was 5.55, but correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 5.55. Anyway, I'll just show you the video and you'll see exactly what's going on.
With the weirdest Formula One livery. In 1999, British American Tobacco acquired the F1 team Tyrrell Racing and renamed it BAR, British American Racing. British American Tobacco owned the cigarette brands Lucky Strike and 3.5s. So for the 1999 season, they actually revealed 2 different liveries. Jacques Villeneuve's car had the red and white branding of Lucky Strike, while Ricardo Zonta's car had the blue and yellow of 3.5s. Unfortunately, the FIA declared this move illegal, since the regulations state that both cars must have nearly identical liveries.
So there you go. I won't do any more of that, but I'm pretty sure it was 555, the sponsor. Surely the sponsor's 555, not 3.5s. Anyway, there you go. I had to have a go at little Miss Bloody Posh Bird over that. So there you go. You wouldn't download a car, I would. What video was that though? I've just shown it, Will. Well, I can understand her pronouncing it. Well, I can understand her pronouncing it Tyrell. I can understand it, but as I say, I had to put a correction in. Do you like Harry Potter, Dave? Shane, I do not. I have never seen 1 second of a Harry Potter movie. And if that continues for the rest of my life, I will be happy. I know it's got an enormous following, and I can understand that. I can really understand that. But Harry Potter is not my cup of tea. I think I may have seen 30 seconds of it in like a trailer for one of the films coming on the TV. That's as far as I've ever got. I've never actually watched a Harry Potter movie. No. You wouldn't download the purse. Harry Snotter. Wario and Bowser, the two goats of Mario Kart. Show the video of an F1 car go around the Yoshi Island circuit in Mario Kart. I don't think you can do 100% races on F1 race stars and it's just a kart race again. No, you can't. No, you can't. It's limited, I think, to about 7 laps total. Oh, I actually played it the other day. I think it's 10 laps, so that's the most you can do. Yorkshire Man. Worst title fight other than maybe 1961. Australians couldn't give a 4x for Piastri. I like what you did there, yes. Australians couldn't give a 4x for Piastri. That's going back to a very old advert, isn't it? Back in the 80s. Was that Foster's? Was it Foster's? With old Hoagie, Paul Hogan. I think it was Foster's. No, it wasn't. It was Castlemaine 4X, wasn't it? Yeah, I've got it now. I got it. It was Castlemaine 4X. Yes. He's American and he cares. He's super dry. He is super dry. The last time Australia had a world champion, Mr. Lennon was about to get deleted. This is also true. Piastri is just a yes man. Have you played the F1 Manager games, which are F1 Manager 2022, 2023 and 2024? I have played 2022. I did one season on 2022. Unfortunately, I found it very, very easy. Very, very easy. So I didn't get any of the others. Are you actually American? I don't know. I drove a car. I drove that car for you. Oh, wait. What a thing to do. And it's all orange. Yes, he is. You heard it here first. He is American. Lord help. Lord help. By the way, congrats on the win last week, Shane. Yes. Did he vote for Trump? I want to forget he exists. No. Fix probably thinks Ferrari fixed the shit car for Hamilton. Yes. The ketchup withdrawal symptoms are real. The brown sauce withdrawal symptoms are real. Dave will be 125 years old in 2050 if he's still alive. I will be. You're right. Hookster went to defeat the Germans by using warships. Wow. Oh, so on F1 games like Checkered Flag, Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racer and Super Monaco Grand Prix, you can't lose your front wing like you can on the PlayStation games. No, you cannot. The Ardennes, that's it. The Ardennes Forest, that's the one. Dave is immortal. Studio Liverpool also did some Wipeout games. Yes, they did. Norris will win the World Championship. Well, it's possible. It's possible. Watching Poppy's vlogs tomorrow. Now I've said that. Yes, you're quite right. We got to see ex-matey Jeans Leclerc loving. Yes. Have you watched all DreamWorks movies, Dave? Probably not all of them. No, I have seen some of them. Yes. Have you played Mario games, Dave? I've played some of the Mario Kart games. Yes. Some of the actual platform ones. No. Sonic the Hedgehog congratulated McLaren on their championship, and even I think wanted to speedrun with them. To be fair, of course, UK doesn't care that Norris is winning it. I mean, there's loads of great races for them. True. Show everyone my totally legal move on F1 2011 that I got no penalty for. Let everyone judge if it was a penalty or not. Show everyone how ever playing F1 24 on the 3DS. That's surprising because Harry Potter is so popular. Yeah, I know. Her accent wasn't very posh. Kind of American to me. Probably posh. She does say in her YouTube channel description that her location is America. But I'm not so sure because she's got a little bit of a Canadian twang in there as well, if you notice. She doesn't say a boot. She doesn't say a boot though. Although I have to say I've been waiting for her to say a boot, but she hasn't said it yet in some of her videos. And I'm very, very disappointed. So Miss or Mrs. Posh Bird, bloody posh, will you please say a boot? Because that is the true definition of whether you're Canadian or not. Because Canadians can only say a boot. They cannot say about. It's a technical impossibility for them to say about. They have to say a boot. Yes, I was going a boot. I was going a boot my business when I was accosted by a young ruffian. Yes. So I think she's got a Canadian twang, but it says in her description she's from America. F1 Guns was at the British Grand Prix 1950. Yes. What DreamWorks movies have you watched, Dave? What a posh lesbian she is. Woo-wee. Canadians don't say a boot. Oh, well, Mr. Dominic Orlando, who is Canadian, well, no, you're right, because he isn't Canadian. He's actually Italian. So you are right. But he says a boot. Every other word he says it's a boot. I'm going a boot. Yes, but as I say, he's not actually Canadian. He's Italian. He'll claim he's Canadian, but he's really not. He's Italian. What DreamWorks movies have you watched? Oh, blimey. Shane, you've put me on the spot now. I can't remember. To be honest. If you can put some names in the chat of DreamWorks movies, I'll tell you whether I've seen them or not. But offhand, I can't remember because I have a huge problem with talking and remembering at the same time. My brain just goes, nope, not doing that. Not doing that. No. They say about. About. I got you. About. Right, I got you. About. They say a boot in Newcastle. Do they? I see. I was out in a boot. Tim Westwood was born the same year Fangio won his last championship. Thank you, Brian Plenty. Shrek, yep, I've seen Shrek. Madagascar, no, I haven't seen Madagascar. Jesus Christ. Good. Right, okay, what have I got here? Shark Tale. Yes, I've seen Shark Tale. I love Bruce the Shark. I love Bruce. He was great character. I wish they'd have given him his own film, to be honest, because that would have been great. But yeah, Bruce the Shark. He was great. He was great. Yes, it was just the personality that they gave him. The fact that he was trying not to eat the other fishes, but he just couldn't. The temptation was just too much. That was just a brilliant narrative that they put in the film. That he was trying not to, but he just couldn't because the resistance was too. Chicken Run. Yes, I've seen Chicken Run. I love Chicken Run. Great film. Love it. Love it. It's supposed to be a sequel or something, but I haven't watched that because I can't be bothered. The original voice cast aren't in it either, are they? So, no, can't be bothered. Wallace and Gromit and the Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Yeah, I've seen that, yes. Here are the names of the dreams. Have you seen Sinbad? I seem to remember watching it with my nieces, so yes. Bruce was in Finding... Oh, yes, that's right. Finding Nemo. That's right. Not Shark Tale. I get confused. I get all these different movies with their different names. That's right. He was in Finding Nemo. I thought he was in Shark Tale. I don't know. Finding Nemo. But whichever one he was in, I love Bruce the Shark. He was great. No, I think you're right though. He was in. Yeah, I don't know. They all blur into one after a while. Right. What have we got here? Euro 2003.
Want to know what grows the economy?
Sorry, got to wait for the adverts to finish. Right, this was our 2003 entry for Eurovision. I'm just going to wait till it starts. Is this the one with the really bad soundtrack, or? Oh, it is. How we didn't win this year, I'm absolutely bamboozled. That is quite possibly the most hideous thing that's ever been committed to YouTube and to our ears. That was just horrible, absolutely horrible. I did read that apparently it wasn't her fault. She couldn't see the monitors properly, and so she was singing out of sync, and because of that, she was I think that's just an excuse, to be honest. He was just shit. Absolute shit. Right. Where's the great man? Where is the great man? Where is the great man? Oh, here he is. Here
In
he
today's
is.
video, we're playing an F1 career mode, but it's on the Nintendo 3DS. Yes,
Yes.
that's right. F1 2011 released on the Nintendo 3DS.
Now, Mr. Alva, if you're watching this video, I'd just like to say I'm not trying to steal this to make views. I'm critiquing your video. So please don't bother with copyright because, you know, it's really not worth it, is it? I mean, look at my channel subs, you know. I'm not going to... Anyway, these streams never get monetized, so it doesn't matter. So if you're watching... Also, if you're watching, Mr. Alva, I love you. I love you more than sunshine and buttercups. I really do. Love all your videos. Look, I'm a subscriber. Did you see that just before it came on? I subscribe to your channel. So, yes. Please just ignore me. Just ignore me and we'll all be good. We'll all be good in the hood. Yes, here we go.
I was unaware of this until very recently. We've been no stranger on this channel to playing older F1 games on some obscure platforms. But I did not know they released F1 2011 on the dual screen Nintendo DS. Let's dive in. Oh man, even on a little old Nintendo 3DS emulation, there's aura in all these older F1 games. Even just this main menu theme. It is aura like the new games can just never seem to get to. Maybe it's just the big nostalgia washing over me. Is, you know, this was literally my second ever proper F1 game I played. This is proof that this is very much the Nintendo 3DS version of this game. The video is going to be mostly in this layout you're seeing on screen because I think it makes the most sense for a 16:9 YouTube video. But in reality, when you were playing this on the 3DS, it looked more like this, with the bottom screen down there and then the top screen. You held obviously your hands either side of the bottom screen, but you're really looking up at the main one, whereas now here in this video you'll kind of see it as like a mini screen, I suppose. Oh, and the main menu, I suppose, is just a random. You could have just like used the touch screen and just gone, oh, I just want to play a random one, which to be fair is quite cool. You know, that's exactly what a portable F1 game would be all about. Is, oh, I just want to open it up on a car ride, train ride, just want to start a random race, just literally as easy as tapping start on the 3DS and then getting into it. But we're gonna get into an actual career mode. That's what we're about on this channel, even on the 3DS. Let's get into it. Beginner, absolutely not. Come on, let's go for okay, we've only got 3: beginner, advanced, and expert. Surely we're expert, right? Race distance. It's a 3DS, so let's just do 10% race or a 3-lapper. Let's start with a 3-lap. Let's just see how that is. Damage, yeah, we'll have on. Tire we're on. Weather variable. I'm impressed this has wet weather even enabled, to be honest. Component failures and penalties. Yeah, let's go for it. Career menu. Okay, so unlike in the main F1 2011 game, there's no Crofty, you know, doing the intro. There's no loading screen to like a Vista, but we are met with the ability to go to a laptop, maybe? Well, oh, okay, cool. The laptop screen just baked into this menu. We've got a test session invite from Team Lotus and HRT. How amazing is that, though? A game on an F1 game on a 3DS has test sessions you have to do before actually getting into your career, and yet the last couple of modern F1 games have nothing like that.
Can we get to the driving part, however? Please, can we get to the driving part? There we go. This is what I want to see. Oh, bugger me.
It's all right. Target time, 1:30. Got it. Let's just drive. I just want to get into it. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Chase cam. We can't be having chase cam. I need to change that. Oh, no. What's accelerate? I don't know any of the buttons. I've mapped this game to my Xbox controller, and, oh, it's not worked out well. Okay.
Well, I've got to say, those graphics do not look too bad for a 3DS. Jesus.
Let's accelerate. We've got brake. We've got ERS. We've got the rear. When you use DRS, look at the animation on the rear wing. Permanent slipstream lines off the rear wing, huh? Oh, I've got oh my god, I've put manual gears on. Oh lord, manual gears on 3DS, you know. Oh, what have I signed myself up for? I still need to change the bloody camera. Please let me check. Oh, I've just realized. The changed camera is on the other screen, and it's a touch button. How? I can't touch it. Please tell me I can change. Yes. Oh my god. For a second, we were screwed. Right, this is now more my domain on the T-Cam. I've taken manual off. I've decided that's too much for me right now. Maybe we'll get back to manual eventually. Right now, I'm just going to focus on getting my brake points right, turning in. Oh, that was pretty good. Nice. I want to use the ERS. I want to practice using that. Right, let's go through the exit of this corner. The steering's a little bit on-off. Like, it's constantly, Right, ERS. Oh.
I've got to say, again, those graphics are not too bad, are they? I mean, all this at the front of the wing here, that's all artifacts from the video, because he's probably been zooming the 3DS emulation screen in, so that's probably artifacts. But the actual graphics, you look at the background and the grandstands and stuff, it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks better than the PSP version of F1 2009.
Oh no, I misclicked the button. No! Oh, I tapped ERS when I meant to brake. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, let's try it after this left-hander, right? Oh yeah, take the wide esports line there. Turn in. Now, get ready. ERS. Oh yeah, that made a massive difference, that did. Good. Oh, kiss the apex there. Oh, hang on a minute. We're getting a bit of a rhythm. Let me cook. I still haven't opened DRS yet. I'm going to do that now. Oh, no. That was a big mistake. What just happened? I was braking and the car just slid. Reverse. I think I've mucked up the tires, to be honest. Something tells me the car is in a bad way with the front wing and the rear wing being yellow. That's not a good sign, is it? Oh, the steering's just stopped working. I'm moving the steering and it's not doing anything. 146.8. We need to shave off 16 seconds. Okay. All right. Lock in. Yeah, good. Cut that corner. I don't like the grass slows you down. Obviously, I know.
The joys of emulation. Yeah, I used to get that all the time with like controller failures. Very, very weird. Anyway, let's see what the racing's like. Oh, here we go. Here's a race.
All right. That's a slow start, but then we use the battery. Come on. What's this battery doing? Okay, there we go. We gained some speed. Brake. Easy. Oh, my God. Did you see the accelerations of those cars out that corner? That animation was questionable, but our battery did nothing. It was like a AAA battery in the back of our car. Or actually, to be fair, did the HRT even have KERS back in 2011? As we've been just done, and we're back down to 23rd. The only person behind us is Glock, and he's definitely going slowly. No! Cross the gravel. Oh, we're pathetic. I'm getting absolutely...
You see if YouTube's playing that. No, it's only playing it in... Hang on a minute. Right, here we go. We're in 1080p now.
Schooled. I'm getting schooled by the AI. There's no other way to put it. Oh, the old Australia layout. I actually really now, honestly, New Australia is all about it. The flow, the speed you get into this next chicane. Okay, I'm now at this stage where I honestly feel like maybe I should try manual again. I feel like it's slowing me down. I feel like I could go quicker on manual because of this whole, well, just knowing that we're gaining so much speed every time I'm in third gear. Like, every time we go into it on the auto gearbox, the car feels much quicker in the corner, as we've just absolutely rinsed the Force India, and we've gone off, though. Oh, he's hit us. He's there somewhere. I can hear him. DRS, let's go. Where is he? No clue.
Oh.
Second place, I'll take it. In an HRT, we've got to take that. We're slowly building into this race. Do you see that mini-map? There is a massive pack ahead of us. We can do this. We can get something. Oh, massive dive. Please don't tell me that's a penalty. Please don't tell me that's a penalty. Front wing's a bit broken. It's fine. The HRT basically had a plank of wood as a front wing, so what's a bit of damage to a plank of wood? Oh, we've gone across the gravel. It's fine. It's my new racing line. The Hot Lap Masterclass is coming out. Right, brake. Lovely. Oh! Oh, beauty of a corner. We've absolutely minced the Toro Rosso. We've been hit, though. No. I'm defending. He's on the left somewhere. Oh, dear. Use a bit of ERS. Stay ahead, stay ahead, stay ahead. Brake. Good. Oh, cooking. 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 ERS. Oh. Come on. I want 18th. I want 18th. Who's it? Oh, it's Maldonado. The icon. Oh, we've hit him. Oh. Oh, Lord. It's all going wrong.
Go penalty. Return to the pitch.
Stop, go penalty. No, someone's in the gravel. For goodness sake, we could have been 60. Oh, it's our teammate. Oh, no, I hit my teammate off. Oh, the Virgin. The Virgin's into the pits as well, is it? Oh, no. Oh, it's a race into the pit lane. Something tells me the first race of the career didn't go so well. Oh. Oh, they're cooking. Pit lane animation. Cutscene. Let's go. Stop. Go. Oh, this is going to be painful.
And if you're going to make up for this penalty,
Oh, this is painful. Oh, this is so painful. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad.
last lap.
Right, there we go. Last lap. No front wing. Drive-through penalty, 23rd. Somehow Glock is still slower than us, though, so at least we've got that running for us. I want to know the percentage of people that gets through the career on this game back in the day to, get to, drive for Red Bull McLaren. Surely no one did. No wonder they had a random Grand Prix screen in the main menu. No one wants to get through the career mode with this arduous torture. Well, it's a less than ideal first career race here on the 3DS, but you've got to start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere, and the only way is up from here. Or in the case of HRT, technically, there is a chance of going down. There's actually a chance of just leaving the sport entirely. Am I seeing that right? Jenson Button won that race. Go on, son! Yes! Oh, I'm happy about that. Trillion second in Team Low. How did he get a Lotus in second? We should have signed for Arav, when did you turn your name into Vet? It's because I'm such a veteran of the sport now in the career mode that they nicknamed me the Veteran. That's why it's VET. Don't get it twisted. It's definitely not for Sebastian Vettel. Right, we've absolutely cooked into turn one. Oh, this Red Bull is so much better than the HRT I was just in. I mean the HRT I was in many seasons ago at the start of my career. What is going What is going on here? It's like 4 wide into the chicane.
Well, there you go. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the quality of those graphics, I have to say. Pleasantly surprised. Dave was 72 years old, 1997. Nemo. There was Chicky Run game on PS1 as a stealth game. I remember that. Sinbad Legend of Seven Seas it's called. Be sure to type in Eurovision. I did. UK entry, remember that? Yeah, I got that. That's why whenever I see a comment, it's people saying that they were terrified when playing the game. No, I don't give a blind fuck about the economy. Time to be traumatised. Yes. No. Fucking hell. Her voice is flatter than pancakes. She was shite. Wow, 3DS. We need Arava in Eurovision. Guess how many points we got for that entry, lads? My God. Fuck off. Go on, guess. This is good. Stop waffling, you cock. I have the 3DS version. I'm the only person in history to have it. I think you are. I didn't even know it existed either, to be honest. The ad was more interesting. Yes, it was. Cool. We keeps on calling Kerr's ERS. Thank fuck you, Pauls. Arava is a legend of the games. The emulation is making it look way better than it actually is. I thought as much because it looks too good. But then the emulation does do a very good job of F104 as well. That was quite the lock-up. It literally just a recycled version of F109 for the PSP. I'm not joking, played it myself. Which current ERL member would you cuddle? Well, it's got to be Joseph Plant Pot III. There you go. There you go. He always needs a cuddle anyway, so yeah, I'd give him a good cuddle. The car sounds exactly like it does on the console. Oh, thank you, Mr. Rugara. £2. Vettel plus Raikkonen at McLaren domination. Old guns say Adelaide. It's strange they released F1 2011 on the 3DS when there wasn't any F1 games for the original DS. That's true. And Say has ruined it for everyone. Here we go. After back-to-back seconds, enjoy your undeserved win, you cheating twit. I do miss these portable games. They were different for the console versions. Yes, they were. Real F1 told me to do it. He said I'd beat you if I ever did. We really need to discount these super chats from the final XP results. Unfortunately, I don't think I can, because I think the top fans, the super chat, it's all in one group. And if I switch one of them off, I think all the other ones don't work either. I will look into it, but I don't think I can. Don't think it's possible. There's no way to do that. Yeah, thanks, Will. I didn't think there was. I say the only way I can do it is to cancel all of it and not have anything, which is a bit boring, isn't it? I did not do that super chat. It was an accident and my conscience is clear. Truly second. What on earth? It's arduous torture listening to you, however. It is. It is. I take my legitimate victory, unlike Mr. Regara. Show my tier list. Sinbad Legend of the Seven Seas was DreamWorks' last 2D animated movie. The super chats are worth 100 XP, I believe. Right. What else have I got to do? Done Euro. Done however. I got to do your tier list. Let me put that full screen for privacy. Blimey, is that the time? Oh my goodness. I'm out of time again. I'm out of time again, everyone. I can't believe the time just flies by. It really does. I've got so much to talk about as well, and I haven't talked about anything. Right. Give me 5 seconds and I'll get this out of the way. Because this was the title of the video. The PlayStation 6 apparently is rumoured to be released in 2028. So says the boss of Sony today, Mark Cerny. I think that's good news. I think that's good news. And even better news is when it comes out, the price of it, then it's going to be more expensive than the PS5, but they're not going to be able to make it mega more expensive because of the current price of the PS5. But the better news is over the next couple of years now, they are going to have to drop the price of the PS5 so it keeps it in line with when the PS6 comes out. Because you can't have a PS5 and then a PS6 comes out and it's only like $25 or £25 more dearer, because it is not going to go into mega money, because if it does, no one's going to buy it. We've got the PS5 Pros, what, 700 quid? Yeah. So in the next couple of years, they're going to have to reduce the price of the PS5. They're already making steps to do that because they've brought out a revision of the PS5, which is actually a bit of a downgrade because it's got less of a hard drive on it. But that, I think, is going to be one of the revisions they're testing so that they can bring it out, mass produce it more and bring it out at a cheaper cost. So over the next couple of years, the PS5 should be coming down in price. Now, if anyone out there wants to grab a PS5 before they're all gone, I don't quote me if this might be gone, but at the moment, because the new model of PS5 is coming out, they are selling the digital PS5 at the moment in the UK for £329. The digital, that's the one without the disc drive, but you can put a disc drive in it later if you wanted to. £329. That's available at Argos at the moment, but I don't know if it still is. That was the other day. £329. That's the cheapest I've seen the PS5 in the UK for since it's come out, I think. £329. Because, as I say, they're trying to get rid of that old stock so they can get the new stock in. So that's that. What else did we have? F1 news. Carlos Sainz says F1 going overboard a little by showing girlfriends instead of overtakes. I agree. Now, thankfully, I did talk about this earlier in the show, so I'm not going to repeat myself. So that's it. That's it. I've done it all. Apart from the tier list, which I was going to look at now. Right, here we go. This is his movie in 2011, which he wants you to critique. So here we go. Let me move the chat over a bit so you can see it. There we go. Completely legit, that move, I say. Completely legit. Yes. Completely legit. Completely legit. And is it the tier list? I haven't got that here. It's too far up the stream. I can't find the tier list. It's too far up the stream. I can't scroll all the way up there to find the tier list. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah, I did this last week. It's not my problem if you fell asleep, is it? See, even Will remembers it was on last week. So there you go. But there's his tier list. He's got Monaco, that needs no introduction. End Me, Bahrain 2010, yeah, I agree with. Buenos Aires, yes, and Lausanne, I agree with. Rather Naff, Yas Marina, Sochi, Mexico City, I took issue with that one. I rather like Mexico City. It exists, yeah. Paul Ricard, Jeddah, Las Vegas, Yas Marina, Jerez, Magny Cores, Estoril, and Aida. Reasonable, Fuji. I would not have Hockenheim old style circuit. It's reasonable. I would put that up there with the goats. Istanbul, Albert Park, Baku, Catalonia, Long Beach, Yin Yang, Wigwam, couldn't give a damn, Valencia, and Jarama. Pretty fun. Silverstone, Hungary, Portimao, Adelaide, Shanghai, Kota, Indianapolis, Brands Hatch, Singapore, Bahrain, New Delhi, Miami, Hockenheim, Nürburgring. The GOAT, Silverstone, yes. Stanford, I would not agree with that. I don't like it. Interlagos, of course. Montreal, of course. Spielberg, yep. Imola, yep. Sepang, yep. Monza, yep. Spa, yeah. Suzuka, no. Donington, yes. So there you go. There's the tier list. Right. Now I can get rid of that. Bring the chat back into play. Bring the chat back into play. Right, what is going on in this chat? What is going on? What is going on in this chat? You best show the news after quickly. I've done it. Reading our Twetty responses. Exactly. Mr. Will F1, well, thank you, sir. £2 donation. Hookster is Jesus. He is. Thank you. So, have you seen the Sinbad Legends of the Seven Seas? I don't think I have, Shane. No. Damn. Paddock Lesbians may miss the podium. Yeah, definitely worth 100 XP. I gained 150. Oh, God. You've been toppled by Rugara. Now it's 200. Still working from, like, the 8th. Mr. Helium Trophy, thank you, sir. He's giving us £1. Wow, this is getting ridiculous. This is. You are 300 on mine. What on earth is going on? Yes, Helium Trophy takes third. 300 now, yes, second. Oh, piss off. We need rules to sort this out. Great. Otherwise, it just becomes a battle of the largest wallets. Well, that's pretty much F1 right now, isn't it? Just watch TMY join and do it. I only did it so I don't come 10th. There's no way of banning super chats, I believe. I think you're right, Will. I think I've looked at it before and I don't think you can ban super chats. The only thing you can do is switch all of it off, which means the top fans and all of that will go, as well as the super chats. I don't think I can individually turn off the super chats. I didn't get a penalty for that move either. I just did it for a laugh. Disqualify anyone that does it from the competition. Oh dear. Congrats to Will F. Congrats to Will. Where the bloody hell's that gone now? Congrats to Will F. on going on one of the greatest comebacks of all time. Your bitterness is showing. Second, first, third down, fourth in the last 5 streams. Not bitterness, just think it shouldn't come down to money. It's £50, yeah. It's only £1, or surely you can spend an occasional quid to win a stream. I like it. I like it. Makes the whole thing seem rather pointless. If it's, I mean, it worked for Man City. I'm up to 175. Like that will make a difference. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas is my favourite DreamWorks movie. You got to get money. That's all. Okay, everyone. What's the time? Bloody hell! I've gone past the 2 hours again. Correct. Right. You know what it's time for now, don't you? It's time. Every little helps. Yes, it does. You're quite right. It's time now, everyone, for your 1 minute of spam. Don't start yet. When I say go, go. You'll have 1 minute to spam the chat, and I'm not reading any of the chat messages. Go. 1 minute. Spam, spam, spam. Spammy, spammy, spam. Spam, spam, spam. Spammy, spam. Come on, spam the chat. Spam the chat. Spam the chat. That's it. That's it. I'm not reading them. Put whatever you want down. Put up whatever you want down. Not reading them. I'm not reading them. Spam it. Spam the chat. Spam the chat. 45 seconds left. Spam, 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 spam. $30 seconds left. $15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Stop spamming the chat. Stop spamming the chat. Stop spamming the chat now. Stop spamming the chat now. I know there's a delay and that's why they're still coming up, but I'm just saying stop spamming the chat now. Are we done? Are we done? He says no. Are we done? Please stop now or I'll be here all night. Please stop. Have you stopped? Right, you've stopped. That is it. I am now pressing the top fans button. The decision now is final. Top fans is being pressed now. It's on my screen. I'm not looking at it at the moment because I'm going to go to our usual piece of music. I really must be called this theme, so I have to keep looking at it on YouTube.
As a tradesperson.
Right, here we go. We are ready to go. Now I've got to sort this. Without mucking it up. Without mucking it up. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. We're all right. I have just revealed one person, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's last place. Here we go then for tonight's top fans. At number 12, it's Daniel 7052. Number 11 is it's Polish Eddie. Into the top 10 it is Scott Barnes at number 10. Number 9 is it's Mr. Dom Gay. Number 8 is Cheb92. Number 7 it is Matthew. Number 6 It is Lionel Plessy. Into the top 5 at number 5 it is. It's Shane. Which means this week's top 4 at number 4 it is. Oh, shock horror, it's the Panic Lesbians. Into the podium positions now at number 3 it is. It's Helium Trophy. Which means at number 2 we have... It's Mr. Regalo. It means Will is top of the top fans for tonight. The crowd goes absolutely wild. Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Those are the top fans for tonight. Oh my goodness. I will check the chat in a moment. Commiserations to everyone who didn't win tonight. But before I go back to the chat for one final time, I will just say, reading off the top fans list, thank you tonight for joining me. Daniel 7052, Polish Eddie F1, Scott Barnes, Dom Deng 4773, Champ 92, of course, Matthew 7657, Plynal Petsy, the Master of Spam 707, Shane Coburn 2023, Paddock Lesbians, Helium Trophy, Mr. Regara, and of course the top fan for tonight, Mr. Will F1. Fantastic. Fantastic. Do. He's only won one of the last 5 now. Put an end to domination. Third straight sounds great. Crystal Racing just missed the points. My super chat gave me 225. Champ 92. Oh no. Oh no. Helium Trophy. Congrats. Certainly does. Have you noticed, everyone, the Paddock Lesbians have gone a little bit quiet. They've gone a little bit quiet. They have. A little bit quiet. They might have messaged me on Facebook. Hang on. Okay. Congrats. A moral win for starting it off. Certainly does. No podium even. Nothing to crow about. I bet he's appealing the result. Oh dear. Anyway, there you go, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me once again for another Hookster Talks. No Grand Prix this weekend, of course, because it's a 2-week rotation. So the Grand Prix will be back next week. And of course, I'll be back as usual next Thursday, where no doubt we will try and find some way to resolve the problem of the super chats, but I don't know if I can fix it or not, because I don't think I can switch them off. So anyway, there you go. Anyway, thanks everyone from me and Mr. TB the Bear. TB the Bear, my headphone lead is now caught underneath my chair and it's pulling on my headphones. Thank you for that. For me and Mr. TB... Oh, I didn't look at that poll, did I? Was it Saturday? Boo. I will just say before I go that what I should do with the all seasons. Yeah, it is Saturday. We'll discount the all seasons every day. That is never happening. All seasons Saturday. Right. So what I will say is that I will endeavour to get it out on a Saturday. But if you don't see it on the Saturday, then it will be back on the Sunday as usual. Okay, that's probably the best way to do it, because there may be some weeks when Saturday is going to be very tight to get it out in time. So I will now try and get them out on Saturdays. But if you don't see it on the Saturday, it just means it will be out on the next day as usual. There you go. Sinbad Legends of the Seven Seas is a really good movie, says Shane. Money, 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 as Abba would say. All seasons, every day. Oh, I wish I could, Will, but unfortunately they take too long to make. They take about 7 hours just to make one episode. About 6 or 7 hours in total, doing the commentary and uploading to YouTube. About 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, it'd be pretty impossible, unless of course I was doing this as a full-time job, which I'm not. So yes, it would be impossible for me to do one every single day. I did start doing the all seasons every day, but those were the F104 career, and they literally took 10 minutes to make. I literally just, because it was one race, and I did it in like 10 minutes, put me commentary over the top, took about another half an hour, and I just upload to YouTube every day. I did that for a couple of weeks, and then I had to slow it down because it was too much. But yeah, they were great times. But unfortunately, there's too much in the current episodes for me to do that. There's just too much in the editing and everything else that goes into them. Then, of course, we've got the AI voiceovers now as well, which takes about an hour added to the video as well. So there you go. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome as always. And yeah, I'll catch you either Saturday or Sunday for the all seasons. And thank you. You have been awesome. I will try and sort out about the super chats, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult to actually do. Anyway, there you go, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.